Hey everyone, it's Nora. So as many of you have heard before, there was a revolution in 2011 in Egypt, as many other countries in the Middle East, but my main focus right now is Egypt. Why was this necessary? Why was a revolution necessary in Egypt for change to occur, for democracy to occur, for everything to occur? Well, first of all, I just wanted to tell you guys how at the beginning people didn't see this as a revolution. People saw this as actual chaos. It was chaotic. There was so many things happening in the country. People just didn't know what was happening. But after many events occurring, it was known that this was an actual revolution. It is known that whenever there are any political, economical, and social changes in the country, there has to be chaos, there has to be problems, there has to be just everyone going everywhere. But this revolution specifically was necessary and was important because it was the first step to change in the country. The first step to change is to find the main problem in which causes many other complications. The problem here was the president, which was in power for 30 years. This revolution forced the first major step to change. The state of Egypt before the revolution, in my opinion, I don't think had any future. Egypt had the same routines, walked in the same footsteps that we were walking in before, therefore not leading to democracy, leading to more poverty, more unemployment, and just complete chaos. Like, the Egyptian revolution affected the Egyptian people in such a drastic way afterwards. Before, the people felt restricted, the people felt controlled, the people felt restrained in their own country. Like, how would you feel when you lived in your own country? You were born here and you felt restricted, you felt like you were living inside a cage. It was unbelievable. And like, we were felt inside a cage and finally let out. This is how the people felt when the revolution took place. Even though the people knew that the outcome would not show right away, the people of Egypt were aware that, we're not going to see the outcomes of this revolution right now. We're not going to see the outcomes of this revolution next year. But we will see the outcomes of this revolution in 5 years, in 10 years. The next generation, for our children, for the children of our children, for the future of Egypt. So basically in Egypt as a country, it was necessary to have a revolution in order to obtain change, because it is known that in the Egyptian culture, people, how can you say, are a bit less energetic. People move in a slower pace than normal. And if not this revolution, the country would have been the same, in my opinion, the same for almost forever. There had to be a change done in order for change, in order for democracy, in order for this country to be an actual country, this country to not just be a third world country. It is important that a country like Egypt to have democracy and to be well built, because Egypt has such a dense history. Unlike many other countries, Egypt has the pharaohs, starting from the pharaohs all the way to the pyramids, and many, many other great things the country has to offer. On another note, one Cairo-based journalist and author, his name was Ashraf Khalil, offered his views on Egypt's ongoing transition, saying that the former president, Mubarak's greatest crime was robbing the Egyptian people of their dignity, of their self-respect. Khalil argued that regaining a sense of pride and self-purpose has been the Egyptian revolution's greatest achievement. The state of Egypt before the revolution was stable, to be honest, but in a negative way. It was stable to the point where it became a social norm for people to live on the street. It became a social norm for people to not have a home, and for some to actually have multiple homes. The problem is that there is this huge social gap in Egypt. Most people socially are either very high class or very, very low class. The middle class is very small in Egypt. And you know what? If I continue to talk about the endless problems of Egypt, I would never finish because there's a lot of problems. But my point here is that this revolution was necessary to start working on many problems of Egypt and of this country. All in all, the revolution affected Egypt in such a positive way. It affected the people of Egypt in a more positive way. And to just conclude everything, the revolution was necessary. The revolution was important. The revolution did make a difference and did make a change. But as I said before, those changes, we won't see it today. We'll see it in 5 years, 10 years, or even the next generation. This revolution was worth it and was worth all the pain that the Egyptians have been through. Thank you.